What is the center of an atom called? The answer is option C, nucleus. The center of the atom is called the nucleus. It consists of protons and neutrons. Electron is a negatively charged species that revolves around the nucleus in fixed orbits. Proton is a positively charged species and neutron has no charge. Which part of the plant makes food? The answer is option C, leaf. The leaves prepare food for the plants, using water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This process is called photosynthesis. The prepared food is in the form of glucose. What do you use to see things far away in the sky? The answer is option C, telescope. A telescope is a tool that astronomers use to see faraway objects. Most telescopes, and all large telescopes, work by using curved mirrors to gather and focus light from the night sky. The first telescopes focused light by using pieces of curved, clear glass, called lenses. Which animal breathes through its skin? The answer is option B, frog. Organisms that can breathe through their skin have moist skin. Earthworms and amphibians, such as frogs, breathe through their skin. What is the boiling point of water? The answer is option B, 100 degrees Celsius. The boiling point of a liquid varies according to the applied pressure. The normal boiling point is the temperature at which the vapor pressure is equal to the standard sea level atmospheric pressure, 760 millimeters of mercury. At sea level, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. What do bees collect from flowers? The answer is option C, nectar. Bees collect nectar from flowers. Nectar is the sweet liquid that entices the bees to the flower. The bees climb onto or into the flower and suck up the nectar with their straw-like mouth and collect it in a little sac called a crop. They also collect pollen on their legs. Which of these is not a primary color? The answer is option B, violet. Primary colors are fundamental colors that serve as the foundation for creating all other colors in the visible spectrum. If you're talking about painting, then yes, red, yellow, and blue are the primary colors. If you're talking about physics and light, though, your primary colors are red, green, and blue. How many legs does a spider have? The answer is option B, 8. Spiders belong to the class of arachnids. All arachnids have 8 legs. Though spider falls under the phylum of Arthropoda, which has only 6 legs, the spiders have 8 legs. Which is the largest mammal in the world? The answer is option C, blue whale. The blue whale is the largest mammal of all time, with the longest known specimen being 33 meters long and the heaviest weighted specimen being 190 tons. What is the process by which plants release water vapor into the air? The answer is option B, transpiration. Transpiration is the loss of water from a plant in the form of water vapor. Water is absorbed by roots from the soil and transported as a liquid to the leaves via xylem. In the leaves, small pores allow water to escape as a vapor and carbon dioxide to enter the leaf for photosynthesis. Who is known as the father of physics? The answer is option B, Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton, associated with Cambridge University as a physicist and mathematician, became famous after propounding 3 laws of motion that established a connection between objects and motion. What kind of energy does the sun provide? The answer is option A, solar. All of the energy from the sun that reaches the earth arrives as solar radiation, part of a large collection of energy called the electromagnetic radiation spectrum. Solar radiation includes visible light, ultraviolet light, infrared, radio waves, X-rays, and gamma rays. Radiation is one way to transfer heat. Which is the largest organ in human body? The answer is option B, skin. The skin is the largest organ of the human body. It is soft, to allow movement, but still tough enough to resist breaking or tearing. It varies in texture and thickness from one part of the body to the next. Which force keeps the planets in orbit around the sun? The answer is option A, gravity. Gravitational force is the force responsible for holding planets in their orbits around the sun. The sun contains 99.86% mass of the entire solar system, and that is why it is able to keep the planets in their orbits. What is the freezing point of water? The answer is option A, 0 degrees Celsius. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius and 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The freezing point is the temperature by which a liquid turns into a solid. Which gas is needed to breathe for living creatures? The answer is option C, oxygen. Oxygen is essential for respiration in all the living organisms. During respiration, oxygen is inhaled and carbon dioxide is exhaled. The inhaled oxygen is essential for deriving energy from the food consumed, as it helps in breaking down the food molecules. Which of these is a renewable resource? The answer is option C, solar energy. We can use these resources repeatedly because it can be replaced easily and naturally. Sun, wind, and water are renewable resources. What is the term for animals that eat only plants? The answer is option B, herbivores. Animals that eat plants exclusively are herbivores, and animals that eat only meat are carnivores. When animals eat both plants and meat, they are called omnivores. Which planet in our solar system has the strongest gravitational pull? The answer is option B, Jupiter. Jupiter has a surface gravity of 24.79 meters per second or 2.528 g. This is nearly 3 times that of Earth. Jupiter's great surface gravity is likely caused by its size, as it is the largest planet in the solar system. During photosynthesis, what do plants release into the air? The answer is option B, oxygen. Plants use photosynthesis to capture carbon dioxide and then release half of it into the atmosphere through respiration. Plants also release oxygen into the atmosphere through photosynthesis. Which part of the plant captures light for photosynthesis? The answer is option C, the leaves. Photosynthesis happens within the chloroplasts in a plant's leaves. The pigment chlorophyll is central to this process. Chlorophyll molecules capture light energy from the sun. They mainly absorb energy in the blue and red regions of the visible light spectrum. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth? The answer is option C, diamond. Diamond is the hardest naturally occurring substance found on Earth. Diamonds also bend and reflect light and break it up into the colors of the rainbow, which is what gives them their sparkle. Which is the main gas that makes up the Earth's atmosphere? The answer is option A, nitrogen. Nitrogen and oxygen are the two main gases in our atmosphere. 78% is nitrogen and 21% is oxygen. The remaining 1% mostly contains argon, carbon dioxide, and several other gases like hydrogen, helium, neon, krypton, xenon, methane, ozone, and water vapor. Humans and chimpanzees share roughly how much DNA? The answer is option C, 99%. The DNA sequence that can be directly compared between the two genomes is almost 99% identical. When DNA insertions and deletions are taken into account, humans and chimpanzees still share 96% sequence identity. Which famous British physicist wrote A Brief History of Time? The answer is option B, Stephen Hawking. A Brief History of Time, From the Big Bang to Black Holes, is a book on theoretical cosmology by English physicist Stephen Hawking. It was first published in 1988.